1970 Saab 926, located in Salisbury, CT, valued at $4,900. Let's dive right into the specs and condition. The listing proudly states this car is powered by a V4 engine. For you history buffs, that's the legendary, compact Ford Taunus V4 that Saab adopted to replace their older two-stroke motors. The seller mentions the car is in great shape for its age, runs and drives well, and has been treated to fresh paint and new tires. Step inside, and you get to row your own gears using a super quirky 4-speed column shifter. As an added bonus, the post is actually managed by a licensed dealer, giving the next beer some solid peace of mind. Historically, the Saab 96 is an absolute rally icon. It's famous for that aerodynamic shape born directly from Saab's aircraft manufacturing heritage. Back in 1970, if you were in the market for a reliable, quirky European import, you were cross-shopping this directly with the Volkswagen Beetle, or maybe a Volvo Amazon. But while the Beetle offered rear-engine simplicity, the Saab brought advanced front-wheel drive traction and incredible winter handling capabilities that literally dominated the Monte Carlo rallies. Fast forward to today in 2026, we are constantly surrounded by silent, heavy, screen-filled electric SUVs. Driving an analog, character-filled Swedish time capsule like this is the ultimate enthusiast's escape. For under $5,000, this is a phenomenal weekend cruiser that will spark conversations at every single gas station you visit. Smash that like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. 1986 Lotus Esprit Turbo, located in Somerville, SC, valued at $45,000. This isn't just a fragile garage queen, either. The description notes it was actually driven all the way to Salt Lake City, Utah for the Lotus Owners Gathering, where it took home first place in its division. Mechanically, this mid-engine British icon is powered by a 2.2-litre turbocharged inline-4 engine mated to a mandatory 5-speed manual transmission. It's got 74,384 original miles on the odometer and sports the ultimate vintage supercar color combination, a crisp white exterior over a plush tan leather interior. It's light, it's low to the ground, and it features that legendary ultra-sharp Giugiaro folded paper wedge design that looks like it's moving at 100 miles an hour even when it's completely parked. Karma. Historically, the Esprit series cemented Lotus on the global stage, famously earning its stripes as a silver screen James Bond car. Back in the mid to late 80s, if you were in the market for an exotic mid-engine cruiser, you were likely cross-shopping this with a Ferrari 328 or a Porsche 930 Turbo. But while the rivals relied on heavier engines and brute force, Lotus stuck to its core philosophy of adding lightness, giving the Esprit sharp, surgical handling that could easily humiliate more expensive machinery on a twisty backroad. Fast forward to today, in 2026, for $45,000, buying a literal award-winning, cross-country proven exotic is a massive win. 1984 Porsche 944 manual, located in Haymarket, VA, $8,200. Finding a manual transmission Porsche for under $9,000 nowadays is definitely going to turn some heads. Let's talk specs and the reality of this specific build. It's a factory 5-speed manual with a good clutch, powered by a 2.5-litre inline-4. The seller purchased it directly from the original owner and mentions it runs, drives, and stops beautifully. It's got a ton of fresh maintenance, including a brand new battery, a new master and slave cylinder using genuine Porsche parts, a fresh oil change, and a steam-blasted engine bay. Now, for the honest project car details, the odometer is currently broken, which is a classic 944 issue, but the mileage is estimated around 150k. The tires are old, the AC compressor turns on but needs a recharge, and there's no service record for the timing belt. But it got a full Adams ceramic coating a few months back, and the seller is so confident in its mechanically sound behavior, they said they'd hop in and Drive it to China worry-free. Historically, the 944 saved Porsche in the 80s by offering an accessible, front-engine luxury sports car. Thanks to its transaxle design where the transmission sits in the rear, it achieved a near-perfect 50-50 weight distribution. Back in '84, if you wanted a premium sports coupe, you were cross-shopping this with a Mazda RX-7 GS LSE or a Nissan 300ZX. While the Japanese rivals were tech-heavy and fast, the 944 completely dominated them when it came to surgical, sharp handling on a track. Fast forward to today in 2026, a raw, rear-wheel drive manual Porsche like this is pure enthusiast heaven. 1937 Jaguar SS 100 reproduction, located in Galion, Ohio, valued at $6,100 for a running, driving piece of rolling art. That price is hard to ignore. Let's break down the specs from the seller's description, because this isn't an impossible to maintain vintage engine. This replica was built from an antiques and classics reproduction kit. Under that long, split-folding hood sits a highly reliable 1600cc Ford Kent inline 4-cylinder engine mated to a 4-speed manual transmission. The seller notes the gears run a little high, but it runs well. It's also equipped with a modern 12-volt electrical system and rolls on classic 15-inch tires mounted to beautiful spoke knockoff rims. It even includes a matching black soft top and side curtains for weather protection. Now, why is it only $6,000? Well, the owner just pulled it out of a barn, so it's an honest project. 2 of the dashboard gauges aren't operating, and the brakes recently needed fluid. They've already purged the air from the brake lines, so they are functional, but you might still have a tiny bit of air left in the system to bleed out. It's the perfect weekend tinkerer's dream. The history notes included in the description are actually super cool. The original car was built before World War II by the Swallow Sidecar Company, who used the initials SS as their logo. However, after the war, for very obvious political reasons, the SS branding didn't exactly sit well with predicted sales, so the company officially tagged their vehicles as Jaguars starting in 1945. Back when these reproduction kits were popular, people were cross-shopping them with things like the Fiberfab MGTD replicas or Gazelle Mercedes kits. But while the MG replicas were usually built on common VW Beetle chassis, this front-engine, Ford-powered layout gives you a much more authentic pre-war driving dynamic. Fast forward to today, in 2026, driving a lightweight, totally analog, vintage-style roadster like this is a massive statement. It's raw, it's mechanical, and it forces you to actually drive. For $6,100, fixing a couple of gauges and finishing a brake bleed is a tiny price to pay for this much character. 1983 Chrysler LeBaron, located in Flowery Branch, GO, valued at $9,900. Just looking at that iconic forward paneling and those classic spoked wire wheels instantly transports you right back to a sunny coastal highway in the mid-80s. Let's talk specs and condition, because this particular LeBaron is a seriously high-tier survivor. It's got just 62,245 original miles on the odometer. According to the seller, it's an absolute blast to drive and rides incredibly smooth. But what makes this specific listing a holy grail for collectors is the packaging. This is equipped with the ultra-premium Mark Cross luxury leather trim interior package, which means plush, high-end seating that screams old-school comfort. Under the hood of these K-car platforms, you usually find a fuel-efficient 4-cylinder, making it a surprisingly easy weekend cruiser to maintain. Plus, the seller just installed a brand new convertible top, and it comes with a clean, clear title in hand. It's completely turnkey and ready for the summer. Historically, the LeBaron convertible was a massive deal. In the early 80s, Lee Iacocca basically saved Chrysler by introducing the K-car platform, and the LeBaron single-handedly revived the factory American convertible market when everyone thought it was dead. Back in '83, if you wanted an affordable luxury drop top, you were looking at this or maybe a Buick Riviera convertible. While the Buick was heavier and more expensive, the LeBaron won people over with its efficient front-wheel drive layout, striking town and country wood paneled styling, and high-tech electronic voice alerts. For under 10 grand, you're getting a unique piece of history that is guaranteed to turn heads and spark conversations everywhere you go. We've covered 5 cars so far. Which one do you think is the best buy for 2026? Let me know your pick in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for another Hidden Gems classic car finds. 1973 Volvo P1800S, located in Blacksburg, VA. Valued at $27,000. For a car with this kind of presence, the price tag is seriously compelling. Let's look at the specs, because the story on this one is incredible. This beauty has been family owned for around 40 years. It has a highly reasonable 81,000 original miles on its petrol engine and comes with the highly desirable 4-speed manual transmission featuring an electronic overdrive. The seller has already taken care of the big stuff to keep it reliable. It's got a new gas tank, fresh injectors, a new clutch kit, a new battery, and new tires wrapped around those beautiful original mag wheels. It's a turnkey, legendary driver. Historically, 1973 was the absolute final year for the entire P1800 production run. The S is the famous shooting brake variant, legendary for its iconic, frameless all-glass rear hatch which earned it the nickname Snow White's Coffin in Europe. Back in the early 70s, if you wanted a premium, stylish sport wagon, you were looking at this or an MG GT. But while the MG was more common, the Volvo offered unmatched Swedish safety, robust build quality, and a space-age design that still looks futuristic today. Fast forward to today, in 2026, pulling up to a car meet in a low-slung, analog, manual sports wagon like this is the ultimate style flex. 1971 called Royale, located in Fairfield, TWP. Valued at $25,000. It is a stunning, open-top roadster replica that brings massive 1930s pre-war styling straight into the modern era. Let's dive into the details from the seller's description. This car is built to emulate the legendary, ultra-luxurious Cords of the 1930s. It features a crisp white exterior paired with a gorgeous burgundy and red interior, complete with a matching burgundy dashboard. The styling is incredibly dramatic, sporting massive sweeping fenders, chrome bumpers, wire-style wheels, and those iconic, exposed side exhaust-style pipes coming out of the hood. It's got an automatic transmission for easy driving, and a black soft top for when the weather turns. The seller notes that it presents very nicely from a few feet away and is just packed with character. Historically, original pre-war Cords were groundbreaking pieces of automotive art, but today, they are multi-$100,000 museum pieces. That's why companies in the 70s started building these high-quality replicas and neoclassics, giving drivers that jaw-dropping, Great Gatsby aesthetic, without the impossible-to-find mechanical parts. Back then, if you wanted this look, you were comparing a Cord replica to something like an Excalibur or an Auburn Speedster replica. It's all about maximum presence on a budget. For 25 grand, it is the perfect weekend cruiser, parade car, or unique wedding rental business piece. 1975 Chevrolet Caprice, located in Warren, Ohio. Valued at $40,000. Just looking at that massive, sweeping profile, the gleaming chrome, and those classic wire wheels, makes you want to drop the top and cruise 4 days. Let's talk specs, because finding a Caprice in this condition is a total needle in a haystack situation. This is a rare, beautifully preserved 2-owner car with a jaw-dropping 33,801 original miles on the odometer. It spent its life carefully stored away in a heated garage, which perfectly explains why the frame, solid floors, and body panels look brand new. Under that endless hood sits a smooth 350 cubic inch V8 engine paired with an automatic transmission. Step inside, and it is a pure 70s luxury time capsule. The dash is completely free of any cracks, The tan interior looks untouched, and it is absolutely loaded with factory features. We're talking air conditioning, power steering, power brakes, power windows, power locks, and the ultimate period correct cherry on top, an original AM, FM 8-track stereo. Drivability and collector appeal don't get much better than this. Historically, 1975 was a monumental year for Chevrolet. This was the absolute final year for the full-size Caprice Classic convertible, making it an instant collectible. Back in the mid-70s, if you wanted a massive, comfortable cruiser, your other options were cars like the Ford Limited, Broom or the Plymouth Grand Fury. But while the competitors were great highway cars, the Caprice Classic was the undisputed king of the land yachts. It offered Cadillac-level comfort and styling at a working man's price point. Fast forward to today, in 2026, driving a massive, rumbling, carbureted V8 land yacht is the ultimate statement. It's a completely analog driving experience that reminds us of a time when cars had true soul. 40 grand is serious money, but for a 33,000-mile heated garage survivor, you're buying a piece of history that will only appreciate. 1984 Excalibur Roadster, located in Canton, NY. Valued at $44,500, this 1984 beauty is a total time capsule from an estate sale, showing just 32,000 original miles. The seller notes it's fully loaded, comes with a hardtop plus extra accessories, has a clean title in hand, and is ready to drive anywhere. Underneath that massive, sweeping hood and those iconic chrome side pipes, these high-end factory-built neoclassics utilize a heavy-duty Chevrolet chassis and a rock-solid Chevy V8 engine. You get the breathtaking aesthetic of a pre-war classic, but with modern, reliable American muscle power that any local shop can service. Historically, Excalibur pioneered the luxury neoclassic movement right here in the US, drawing heavy inspiration from the iconic 1930s Mercedes-Benz SSK. Back in the 1980s, if you wanted this level of elite, extravagant styling, you were cross-shopping this with a Zimmer Golden Spirit or a Mitsuoka. But Excalibur always held the crown for build quality and pure driving dynamics. Fast forward to today, in 2026, rolling up in a massive, roaring, open-top luxury machine like this is the ultimate statement. For 44 grand, it's an incredible piece of rolling automotive art. 1963 Volkswagen Beetle, located in Malmsburg, PA, valued at $10,500. Underneath that aristocratic nose, it's a pure vintage 63, bug equipped with a classic manual transmission and a black interior, while original 1963 Beetles relied on a humble, air-cooled flat-4 engine, making around 40 horsepower. This one trades economy car styling for a pure star power. It features custom wheels, flared fenders, and unique side graphics. The seller explicitly notes that it drives well and is an absolute head-turner. Historically, the Bug was the ultimate budget-friendly people's car, usually cross-shopped. Back in the 60s with simple economy, commuters like the Fiat 600 or the Austin Mini. However, back in the 1970s, these fiberglass Rolls-Royce hood kits became a legendary custom subculture trend in America. It completely flips the concept of a cheap economy car on its head in a hilarious way. The listing says this thing is fully ready for 2026 cruise-ins and car shows. Honestly, in a modern landscape completely crowded by quiet, identical electric SUVs, pulling up to a local meet in a loud, orange Rolls Bug is the ultimate fun flex. Would you cruise this custom creation?